Have you ever gone through a season where nothing feels easy? That's where I've found myself lately. I'm just doing what I can, and that doesn't always look like much. I often have to watch from the sidelines. Most days, I'm tucked away inside, or maybe just behind the lens of a camera. My body just hasn't been cooperating, despite all the things I really want to do right now. But Greg, being the thoughtful guy that he is, quietly stepped in. Without a word, he set out to do something simple, something kind. And I had no idea that within just 24 hours, something small would change everything. Greg knows I love birds. I've been sharing many bird projects over the years on the JenniferMaker channel. Everything from paper birdhouses and cute little paper birds like this Bluebird, to intricate and layered projects like this mandala cardinal and this layered owl. We've also made watercolor bird cards and bird lanterns, even bird pillows made out of word art. And this hummingbird lantern is so sweet. And we have many, many real-life birds here on Maker Farm, thanks to our wetlands, woodlands, and fields. The red-winged blackbird is very busy this spring and was one of the first birds to return after the winter. You can also spot the song sparrow perched on the tall grasses in the wetlands, and the robin is seen hopping around here and there as well. Even the cardinal has been spotted in the branches of trees. So Greg got the idea to build me a birdhouse. He researched the best way to make birdhouses from Cornell Labs, even going so far as to get certified. Then he came up with a custom birdhouse design based on what he'd learned, one that worked well for a wide range of birds on our farm. He even figured out how to fit a little camera inside so I could watch without disturbing anything. And then, when I had one not so bad day, he brought me to the farm. We built the birdhouse together. We made sure the birdhouse's roof was sloped and would latch so predators could not get inside. And the birdhouse bottom had drainage holes so the bird family would stay snug and dry. We also used thick wood to insulate the inside. The camera is just a regular Wi-Fi security camera with a good wide angle. We used a weather-resistant stick-up cam made by Ring. And we were sure to test it first before attaching it inside, of course. We also got a small solar panel to go with it to keep the camera charged. When the birdhouse was done, we first tried to mount it near a small pond that we have here, but it was too far for the Wi-Fi signal to reach reliably. So instead we mounted it on a black locust tree near the wetlands. We could also have put it on a pole, but my time was ticking and I needed to rest soon, so we just opted for the tree. Getting it up there took a bit of a feat, but working together, we got it done. We finished the birdhouse around 5 p.m. This was just a little handmade home, nothing fancy. We put it in a quiet corner of the farm. We didn't really think much would happen. It was more about the process of making it. And we figured that we would learn from this experience and make many more birdhouses. But the next morning, my phone chimed. We had a bird already. A bright little male Eastern Bluebird, scouting things out for his mate. And here's the best part. 5 minutes later, she showed up. She must have liked what she saw because she started building the nest. Just like that, a little team building something new together. We've named our little Bluebird family Mabel and Bert. I watched those birds all morning and all afternoon. Their nest kept getting bigger and cozier. Mabel comes back every morning and afternoon to fluff it up and get it ready for her new family. Can you even believe it? And to have attracted bluebirds too. Did you know bluebirds symbolize happiness and optimism, love and fidelity, hope and renewal? For some, it can mean the end of a difficult time and the beginning of a new, beautiful period. But just when everything was going so perfectly, we hit a snag. The solar panel that we had included with our camera wasn't charging fast enough, and the camera's battery was dying. And I was terrified that we were about to lose the chance to see it all. The nest, the eggs, the little baby birds, because of a dead battery. So the next evening, after carefully checking the cam for any movement or bird eggs, we went out to the tree under cover of darkness. We swapped the small solar panel for a larger battery and a larger solar panel, just to be sure it wouldn't fail on us. While we were there, we also adjusted the angle of the camera so it could still see the nest after construction because it got like a little fluffier and higher. We were really careful to use clean, grass-smelling hands when touching the birdhouse, and also to overwalk the area so we didn't lead predators right to the nest. Then we waited to see if Mabel would accept the renovations. And she did. Mabel returned the next morning and resumed her nesting behavior. I realized in that moment how much I was rooting for them, maybe even more than I realized I needed to. We've been keeping an eye on the nesting box, and a couple of times we've seen other birds around it, including a starling and some red-winged blackbirds. But so far, no one has disturbed their nest. Now we wait to see if this is really the nest that she plans to lay her eggs in. So we are on a NestWatch, checking the camera often when she arrives and leaves. I can watch whether it's a good day or a bad day, and I'm so grateful for that gift. Because here's the thing, my body still hurts. That hasn't changed. But the sweet act of kindness by Greg and these tiny flashes of blue on my phone's camera are making me feel more hopeful. I love watching this little couple building a home in the house that we made for them. It's helping. I've even felt up to taking more walks around the farm, listening to the birds, gathering the early spring flowers, and breathing in the crisp scent of new grass. Greg didn't cure anything. He just gave me something to look forward to, and that changed everything for me. If you find yourself in this situation, I hope this story helps to remind you of the little things that really matter the most, the positive changes that are happening around and near you, and how you can be a part of them, even if only in a small way. In a world that moves so fast, it's the small, quiet things, the kindnesses, the cozy homes built so carefully and lovingly that reminded me, and I hope you, what really matters. I think one of the keys to being really happy, really truly happy, is accepting where you are in life and making the most out of every day. I'll be watching carefully to see if Mabel lays any eggs in her new nest, and I can't wait to share what happens next. If you love these little glimpses of our farm life and slow moments of hope, I'd love for you to stick around. I promise to update you if they start a new family. Leave me a comment if you're rooting for our little Bluebird family too. I'd also love your ideas on baby bird names because I will name them as I am ever hopeful for tomorrow. Until next time, this is JenniferMaker reminding you to craft a life you love.